Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a weekly reading for Cancer that runs from the 23rd until the 29th of January. So I'm going to shuffle the cards now, so don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. I'm just going to lay down your ten cards. Right, the first card is in the here and now, the present situation, what's going on around you at this time. And the card I get is the Ace of Wands in the reversed position. I do sense that something's coming to an end here, okay? Or there is some kind of stagnation here. I see like this vision of like this plant, it's in a room and it's reached the ceiling, okay, and it's got nowhere else to grow. So there's options here, okay, you can put a hole in the ceiling or you can move the plant. And I see you've got options around this situation. Things aren't right, things have changed completely here, okay. It's gone from this beautiful energy to something which is very kind of sort of stagnated, very stale. That's the kind of energy which I get here. Something needs to change, okay? So either you make improvements like the hole in the ceiling, or you move away from it in the sense of moving the plant. But it's like you've got this choice, because the status quo, or how things are at the moment, isn't the right way, okay? Card crossing is the Three of Wands. Quite clearly, this card is talking about moving away completely from this kind of sort of situation, but you feel stuck, okay? There could be a lot of guilt attached to this situation. Something is holding you back here. I do get like this vision of you being like an animal tethered to a rope, just going over the same old ground day after day, week after week, and even month after month. But there's no grass left to graze on, okay? You've had enough. You're at the end of your tether, okay? You really want to move forward from this situation, or make a decision here, okay, which then enables you to move forward. I do sense there is some travel ahead for you, or some kind of trip. In the past, coming to the present, I've got the Five of Pentacles here, okay? So first of all, with the number 5, I do sense there's been a lot of conflict. There's been a lot of pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold here. I'm getting a lot of visions today, but today I see like this person on crutches and you're walking next to them in rags, okay? So the person on crutches either represents a person around you or some kind of situation. But if you put on your glad rags and just move forward, then this personal situation would just throw their crutches away and start running after you, okay? So it's very much this feeling of you letting go, you moving forward, and then what's yours will come in anyhow. It's like a sort of win-win situation for you. So if I look more forward, I've got the Ten of Swords here, which clearly shows the end of one situation, or the end of one stage and the beginning of a new one, okay? So it shows you being able to resolve your current situation here, and it's very much about you burning dead wood here, okay, which clears a way forward. If you imagine like you're on a road and it's full of all these branches and trees, you've got to clear them, okay, and then you can move forward. I do see you clearing through a lot of stuff, and it could well be around like a sort of declutter around the house, just getting rid of what you no longer need. Also on the outside, so-called friends and people around you, perhaps toxic people. It's having a good clear out, okay, which then enables you to move forward. So your goal, your goal here is shown by the Four of Wands. Clearly shows you wanting to move forward from this situation, which is very evident in the cards, okay. It's like you've got this archway here, okay, and you're just before the archway. You're wanting to go through this archway, okay. You're very close to this archway, okay, so you're very near. It's like at the tipping point, but in a positive sense. You're ready to move forward. It is a risk, or you feel it's a risk, okay, but it does bring about positive changes, okay. There's always a lot of fear in change because it's new, okay. So when you clear those logs and those trees off the road, maybe you don't know what's ahead of you exactly, okay. So it's fear, but it's also exciting as well, and it brings up a lot of new experiences for you, just new and wonderful experiences. There's always going to be some challenges which you work through, and then you move forward even more. Subconsciously, I've got the Six of Pentacles here, and there is a sense of like, I see this long jump here, and this person has kind of sort of failed twice, and it's like, I do feel third time lucky here. And with you, you've tried so many times, okay? You tried to let go, you try to move forward, and maybe you're pulled back by your emotions from this guilt or other emotions, okay? But here it clearly shows practice, 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 and also practice makes perfect. You've done a lot of like work within yourself, okay, which will then bring about changes on the outside. Yeah, I mean, the advice card here is shown by the Justice card. It's clearly showing that some kind of action is needed here, okay? So you need to make this choice, okay? And then in making that choice, you do move forward here. Things come back into balance. There's a big balance here shown on the card. But it's been staring you in the face. I've got this elephant here, and I get given white elephant, or sorry, I get given elephant in the room rather. And it's like, sometimes I look for those glasses and I find I'm wearing them, or that pen I find behind my ear, okay? It's been staring you in the face, okay? And you're starting to see it now. You're gaining more clarity. And you're going to take this action, which brings about this change. So on the outside, I've got the King of Swords in the reverse position. Yes, often things have to get worse before they get better, okay? And as I said, as you move forward, you clear those logs on the road, those twigs, those branches, the trees, you clear a way forward, okay? And there is going to be more challenges ahead of you, but you kind of go for a while, beautiful experiences, and then there'll be more challenges, and then you clear them, okay? These challenges will never go away, but it's more about the way which you deal with these challenges, okay? And it does become more like water off a duck's back, or a walk in the park here, okay? You're also being reminded that if you change the way you look at something, then what you look at also changes as well. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Your hopes and your fears is shown by the Magician in the reversed position. I do sense here that something was revealed recently that caused you a lot of distress, and you fear the same kind of thing is going to happen over and over again, okay? There's also something here about there's been some kind of communication problem here with somebody, okay? There's a lot of fear going on here, okay? But as I do look forward, I do see you going under the archway and kind of sort of moving forward here. It's about you letting go and then moving forward here. The final card is the Ace of Swords, okay? So again, I started with an ace in the reverse position, and now I've got an ace upright. So there's certainly kind of sort of progress here, okay? It's very much about you making this choice here, okay? Something needs to change. Things can't carry on the same way. And quite clearly looking forward, I can see these changes being made, and it's about out with the old, in with the new. And there will be some frustrations here. As I said, it's a bit like a plane going from one place to a better place and experiencing turbulence along the way. But I see this big victory reef here, okay? So victory is yours at the end of the day. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. Thank you.